Hey, in this video today, we're going to break down one of the best fishing apps there are on the market. So stay tuned as we bring you this video. Hey, and welcome back. Today what we're going to discuss is the Omina app. You can see it right there. I've got it pulled up on my iPhone, as you can see. What we're going to discuss is just the features of it and how it can be used to your advantage to help you search a body of water. And we'll go on into the pro templates as well in this. So as you can tell, I'm right here. This is Savannah, Georgia, where I'm located at. And just kind of give you a breakdown, the little orange, the little blue things here are just bodies of water that people have marked. So we're going to go over here to Lake Mayer. Let's get down here in the nitty gritty of Savannah off the Truman Parkway and East Montgomery Crossroads here. And we are going to pull up Lake Mayer. This is a county park ran by the Parks and Recs, as you can tell. The star means that I've got it favored as one of my favorite lakes to fish. So you can hit, as you can tell, it pulls up the fishing report, and it gives you the temperature, kind of cloud cover, wind speed, pressure, the solar lunar stuff. But going back out, so it's pretty simple to use. There's a free app. The free version allows you to do this, but you can add a fishing report. What's so good about this, you can add a fishing report to it. Let me go back into the, if I click into the fishing reports, it kind of tells me the outings that people have, the species they call, what they called it on, what kind of structure they called it on, and the water temperature. This is Jared Russell. This is one of my submissions. I was fishing here during the winter time, a largemouth bass. I caught it on a shaky head off of humps in there, and the forage is minnows. And I kind of give you a little thing that says slow down and fish the humps during that fishing report. And my top bait, my top recommended product, it was you click that, it takes you over to the Z-Man Fatty, Mag Fatty Z Worm, which you can buy right off Omnia, which is pretty good. They have a store. You can purchase it right off the store and go that route, man. It is so simple, especially people are giving you the bait that they use, and you really want to, try that bait in that fishery. It's just the most easiest way to purchase the bait. If that's in my opinion. Okay. As you can tell, he caught a striped bass. These are hybrids. He caught it on a bladed jig, an open water basin, and a forest shad. There is shad in this lake as well. And he gives you the top recommended product. So you hit that, it takes you right to the store. It's the Z-Man Chatterbait Mini Max in a chartreuse white, 3/8 ounce, and they got 5+ in stock. You can add it right to your cart and buy it. So here's one. Somebody called it. They don't have it. It just says Omnia Community. They caught it on a Texas rig worm, bait fish, and they caught theirs on a lizard, on a Zoom lizard 6-inch chartreuse pumpkin. in the 6-inch. $4.29 for a pack, but you can see they're out of stock with them. So let's go to another body of water here that's close by. Franco Williamson Community Park as well. I've got that one favored because I fished that one as well. So you can kind of see fishing reports. You can scroll across the top here and kind of see the hot baits for this area. That's Z-Man SMH jig head, a jackhammer, the Evo, Ned heads, Canadian crawl by Z-Man. So let's kind of zoom out and because you can zoom out and kind of see. So this is Sands Pond, which is a Evans County public fishing area. This is located out in Daisy, Georgia. So it kind of gives you these are the just some of the conditions they give you on the app. I would recommend getting the Pro app. It's only like $49 a year because it has so much other stuff to that gets it into your hands. But we'll go through them in a minute. So it's just, you know, you can kind of zoom out the state. You can kind of zoom out anywhere. You can zoom this thing out all the way, kind of show you the eastern seaboard. You can kind of see how it looks zoomed out. So the red is just another lake. That's Gunnersville Lake. Right now, you know, they got a 2.54 mile an hour wind. Their water temperature is 78 degrees. So it's just, it gives you a lot of information. As bass fishermen, as kayak anglers, bank fishermen, whoever, if you're going to an area and you really want to know how, you know, the wind's blowing, because conditions are important of how bass feed and how bass react. Because if the wind's blowing from west to east, you know, it's pushing all that bait fish east. So all your bait fish are going to be east on the waterway. So there's Lake Gunnersville. You can kind of see how things are laid out on Lake Gunnersville. Kind of show you which major roadways go over it. So, but yeah, it's definitely an app that I would suggest as a kayak angler, a bass fisherman to get, because it kind of really shows some things that aren't shown on other apps. So let's go into the layers. I want to kind of show you this. This is on the Pro Series, so if you don't have the Pro Series, you won't be able to see some of this. But let me get back up to a bigger lake here. Let's go to Lake Sinclair. This is Lake Sinclair outside of Milledgeville. So if you hit this layers tab here, which is the kind of the little 3 up there to the left, you'll see SAT, then you'll see a little pin, you'll see a little waterway. But if you hit that 3 layers, it's going to pull up the layers for you. You're going to have a standard, which kind of changes. Then you have a satellite imagery, and then you have your points of interest. Then you have waypoints. So you can kind of add, you can kind of click on the map itself. Like I just clicked on that map and it pulled up save waypoint, right? So I can label this waypoint um, rock. You can put anything in here, rock structure, 10 feet or 20 feet off bank. Then you can kind of select Sinclair. I can say the date and time. It's a marker. You got the little fish icon, the structure. Kind of a great spot is the little octagon with the Omnia symbol in it, and you got a hazard. So if I want to label this as structure, I can just click that and it changes it, and then I can write some private notes here in it. Call three fish. And then I can hit save. So now it saves that waypoint for me. So if I want to go back to that waypoint this time next year, I can just pull up the map, go to it, and say, okay, I want to go to that waypoint, and see if the fish are there again. And it kind of gets you away from the old school way of keeping logs, things like that. So everything's at your hand right here on the Fish Omnia app. So if I travel the lake and I come down here and I want to kind of zoom in. So another good layer are kind of the boat ramps. If you hit the boat ramps, you'll see the little blue boats that kind of come up. So you can kind of, if you're fishing with a buddy or if you got a meetup with a bunch of anglers, you can kind of just tap that and you see the little share button. So I can go to share and it pops up who I want to share this ramp with. So I can share it to a group text or saying, hey, this is where we're going to meet up at 6 o'clock Saturday morning. Everybody be there. So it kind of gives everybody the GPS location, kind of directions, things like that. So that's a good thing if you got meetup groups or just kind of wanting to get everybody to one boat ramp to fish a little tournament, side pot, or we call them as derbies. So just another good little feature in the pro. So the next one is the Navionics. Really, this is a real kicker for this app. All this stuff is kind of uploaded to them through different anglers, different people, but it gives you the contour and kind of gives you the depths, as you can see. Kind of shows you there's a good contour line there. You can kind of see them. So with this kayak anglers, a lot of us kind of pick an area because we can't run from one end of the lake to the other without loading up and going all the way around the lake. So it really helps in pre-fishing, kind of scouting out the area that you'd like to fish, and just kind of see your contour lines. So it's just another way of scouting and kind of finding the channels, old road beds. If you're not familiar with Navionics, you kind of find old road beds, because when they flooded these lakes years ago, there used to be roads and houses and everything in there. So you might be able to find some roads that used to run across there. trying to kind of looking at this for you. So, but yeah, let's move on to the next one. I'm not going to spend very long in this video kind of explaining everything. It's just a kind of quick run through of the app. You know, you got the vegetation. As you can see, it changes the map for you. So it kind of gives you the grass lines where the vegetation is submerged or on top. So that's a pretty good, especially if you're talking hot summer months, and you know, fish tend to get in vegetation during that time of year just to kind of cool down. But the bottom hardness, is a great. So you can kind of see the light areas here up in this cove. That means it's real soft bottom, and as the darker goes, like right here, this dark red, that's a hard bottom. So it's a very good app as far as finding soft bottom, hard bottom, things like that. So let's go to the next layer, social maps. So it kind of shows you the contours again on the social mapping. Historical water temps. This is what they gather from satellite imagery. So as you can tell, some of these water temps are still on this date. You know all these temperatures. The next one is water clarity. As you can tell, pretty clear water there. As the water darkens up, you can kind of see the different colors. The browner the water, the dirtier it is. So if you're a dirty water fisherman, you like fishing dirty water, it's just a way to track clear, dirty water areas. This is where the app really gets my attention, especially being a kayak angler and weary about South Georgia weather or even weather patterns. Is the wind direction. You can kind of see the blue. So this wind, if you look down here, you can kind of predict your 24-hour forecast of how this wind's going to blow across that lake. So it's kind of, it'll give you the wind direction. It'll give you the wind speed. So it's blowing 8 miles an hour right now. So it'll give you the storm cells and lightning. So this is real-time weather stuff. So if you're fishing, you see a black cloud moving in, you can kind of pull up your app and say, okay, which way is that thing moving? How fast is it? You can kind of see the lightning. So it's real-time lightning strikes, which is a lifesaver when you're on the water. Then you got the air temps. The air temps are kind of, and then you kind of got the radar map to kind of show you. As you can see here down in Florida, St. Mary's, Georgia, you got some stuff moving across as far as rain bands. You got some offshore stuff. So not only will this help freshwater people, it'll help saltwater people, especially if you go offshore to fish these reefs and the Gulf Stream and all that. So so it might be something that if you're a charter captain or any type of freshwater captain, and this will help you as far as your weather goes. But yeah, it's a overall this app is really nice. Like I said, you got, you can come up here, hit the little squiggly lines here, and it pulls up the navionics stuff, the water clarity. This is where you can kind of let's go right there to that little pin right there, right quick. Let me take this radar thing off of here. So let's find a body of water here. So here's a body of water. So if I wanted to if I kind of wanted to add something to this body of water, say, let's scroll in here. Okay. As you can see from the satellite imagery on this place, it's got an old roadbed that kind of runs down right here. So let's just mark this. You can just hit that, save that waypoint, and you just kind of hit it, save. But you can go in here and edit this thing as well. So if I want to say, this is a great spot to catch fish. So it changes the little icon, whatever icon you put right there. But you can go in here and say, edit. And you can add a photo, say, okay, let me go to my photos. Let me go to my photos right quick. I can scroll through my photos and say, there. I caught a fish right there. So I hit save. And you can go back and kind of, it'll have a picture of the fish right there. So, but yeah, and you can delete the waypoint as well. So I don't know what it did there. So let's just go hit save. See if it'll go back in. Close out the app. Ring, there you go. We had a little technical difficulty there, but let's go into the account. Let's go into shop first. So they have a shop button right here on this app. So you can shop anything they have in their store, from baits to terminal tackle to line to reels to rods to apparel to accessories to marine. So, but yeah, they even have a bargain barn bin, not the bargain barn, but the bargain bin. So this is all the baits they got on sale. You got new arrivals coming in. So it's a one-stop shop. You get all your waypoints, you get all your fishing reports. You can shop. But yeah, let's go into the account settings. So when you set up your account, as you can tell, I'm an ambassador gold because I've submitted several reports. So the more reports you put on the app, the levels go up. So I've submitted. Omnia Fishing kind of does a good thing. So say if I submitted a fishing report and 5 people bought the bait that I used off of that, they kind of give you your Omni awards back to you for people buying that bait out of your report. So, as you can tell, I've submitted 18 reports. I've got 0 credits, but 46 people have looked at my fishing report. So it kind of gives you a thing. So you can kind of look at the fishing reports that you've submitted. Like if somebody went into this fishing report and bought the baits that I use to catch these fish, I would earn $10 from that. So it's kind of a way for people and anglers to, I would say, get you a little pot build up so you can buy your own baits. But yeah, it's you just kind of do that. So that's just your account. So let's go to, I'm gonna kind of show you how to submit a fishing report. So we're gonna just use this body of water, right? I'll tell you what, let's go to Clark's Hill. Let's go to Clark's Hill here, outside of Augusta. Okay. Say we want to do a fishing report. So you would hit the plus sign in the bottom. Let's go to add photo from the gallery. You would look for your fish that you caught out of Clark's Hill. Let's just submit this one. You can add a video. So if you got a little short video, you can add it. Say, okay, the body of water will be Clark's Hill. So as you type it, pulls it up. Clark's Hill Reservoir, it says Georgia, South Carolina. Let's say the water temperature is 79 degrees. When I caught that fish, you just punch in 79 degrees. You select your outing date. Say if it was today, you just hit confirm. Summertime, you can put, it gives you, fall, ice, spring post-spawn, spring pre-spawn, spring spawn, summertime, wintertime. So we're going to label it as summertime for us. Select species. It's a largemouth bass, but as you can tell, it's got all kinds of species in here. So if you're brim fishing, bluegill, pike, catfish, smallmouth, spotted bass, whatever, crappie, you can put all that information in here. So the technique I used, let's say I was using a drop shot. I put the drop shot right there. I was fishing structure. I want to say flooded brush. Okay. What kind of forage were they feeding on? Let's say they were feeding on blueback herring. So right here it says add products used for your technique. So if I hit products, I can add my gear. I just go to search, type in, let's say Z-Man drop kicker, and you hit the select button on which one you were using. So hit select, done, and it adds that product to as a hot bait to this fishing report. Say I was using let's say, what kind of line? Say I was using K9 braid. Say, or fluorocarbon, just say fluorocarbon, 8-pound fluorocarbon, K9 fishing clear fluorocarbon. You just hit select, and there you go. It keeps adding whatever products you in there. So the more products you list on your fishing report, the more, and people look at that fishing report, kind of gives you a better chance for a person to buy that product off your fishing report and give you credit to your Omnia credits. So, additional comments. Um, Fish were suspended, or just say fish were suspended on top of cover. And you just hit submit, and it says you're successfully. And you can share this report. What's kind of, if you can share this report to anybody that you want to fish like done with. So, and then Omnia will review that and just put it on there. So it would be a fishing report for Clarksville. So yeah, that's just a quick rundown of the Omni app. If you have any questions about it, reach out to me. I can kind of explain to you. Reach out to me, and I'll get you on a Zoom or Skype or whatever, kind of explain it better. But yeah, they were. I have to give a shout out to Matt from Omnia. He was gracefully to help me with getting on this app and kind of knowing all the features of it and kind of wanting to get the word out to all my people here in South Georgia. It's a way to build I would say a community of information for everybody to have. It's not saying that they're not going to sell you waypoints. All that's private. It just kind of gives people who are coming from out of state that want to fish. Say if I was going to Minnesota to fish, I would look up the lake that I was going to fish in Minnesota, look at all the fishing reports that are associated with that, and kind of just look at that so I can get in my mind of what baits to use, what type of structure, open water, bays, points, whatever there is to fish. And it's just a good way to get information out to people that are looking to fish different areas. And even if somebody lived down here in Savannah and wanted to fish Clarksville or Milledgeville at Lake Sinclair or Lake Blackshear over in Cordele, they can pull all that information off of that app and have it available right there in their hands to look at, study, and things like that. So I just wanted to kind of get the information out to everybody. And once again, thank you, Matt from Omnia Fishing, for getting me on the Pro Series part of the app where I can have the weather, things like that. I did email him back the other day saying that the weather part came in very handy. Kind of looking at storms build up quick down here in the south, and you can really get yourself in trouble if you're on water in a lightning thunderstorm down here. So if you haven't already, Omnia Fishing, you can find them on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Go over and subscribe to their socials, and subscribe to me as well. make sure you like the video. You leave a comment below of what you kind of want to know about the app. Join me on the Man Contained Fishing podcast every Wednesday night on YouTube, on Facebook, on the Paddle and Fin. So yeah, it's becoming a journey for me. 2024 has really jumped off on the back end of the months here. In the later part of the year, 2025 is just going to be more. That's what we want, right? More content to push out to you. Also, all my subscribers, be looking on my website for something that's fixing to be released that will help everyone. I don't care if you're a boat fisherman, kayak fisherman, canoe fisherman, a bank fisherman, or just somebody that fishes on the weekends. It's going to be epic. It's going to be Christina is busting her butt to get this thing done up. We're pushing really hard for it to be released. So we are in the, I wouldn't say the final stages, maybe 3/4. We're getting everything worked out and getting everything ready for it. I just kind of want to make everybody aware that something's fixing to be released on the website, scgkdf.com. And hey guys, thank you for joining me today and kind of going through this Omnia fishing app. As always, thank you to all my subscribers, to all my followers, to all my content watching people, listeners, things like that. And always wear your PFD and fish on.